Hello, everyone. I am definitely live on YouTube and hopefully I'm also live on Instagram, although it's not showing whether I am or not. So if you're there, definitely say hello. Anyway, today we're going to be talking all about how to choose the best protein powder for you. It's a question we get all the time, whether you should even be able to be taking protein powder, and if so, what protein powder you should be choosing. So I thought I'd start off by just talking about why you might even want to consider adding a protein powder into your dietary routine. So I think thinking about that, you just want to scale back to protein in general. Why is protein even important? Well, 50% of your body is actually built with protein. It's in every single cell in your body. But what's really interesting is the lifespan of the average protein is only 2 days. So it's really, really important that we are continuously replenishing our bodies with high quality protein sources. Also, as we get older, protein is not as easily absorbed in the body. Actually, after the age of 20, your digestion drops and your stomach acid starts to lose, so it gets harder to absorb the protein. And then when you get to 30, as some of you may realize, your body is starting to change, you're starting to lose muscle, you're starting to gain fat. So protein is really more important than ever. And of course, lifestyle is going to impact that too. If you're somebody who exercises often, you're actually going to need up to 2 times the amount of protein to help your muscles really repair and recover, and then ultimately get the results that you're looking for. So all of these reasons is just one way why you may want to consider adding protein in. Being pregnant with an increased protein requirement has actually taught me a lot about how it can actually be a little bit tough to get in, as much protein as you do require each day, especially if you are someone who's really busy. Protein powder is just a really convenient option, especially if you're someone who's on the go, as I said, have a busy lifestyle. And may not have time to cook these elaborate meals. It's just a really, really easy way to get protein into the diet and make sure you're hitting those requirements and then reaching your goals. So I guess the next big question is, how do you choose one? There are so many on the market. There's whey protein, there's pea protein, hemp protein, all the different kinds of protein. And it can get a little bit overwhelming, I think, especially when you're just looking and you have no idea where to even start. So I'm just going to go off what we recommend here at Metabolic Living, and we do recommend whey protein. And if you're in our programs, especially if you're in Metabolic Mastery Club, you will know that we do talk about whey protein a lot. And there are several reasons why we do recommend a high quality whey protein over other protein powders. So you may know this, you may not, but muscles actually need all 20 amino acids in order to effectively repair after a workout. And whey protein actually has all 20 of those, including the 9 essential amino acids that your body actually can't produce on its own, so you do need to take in through your diet. Also, many different proteins take a long time to digest and absorb in the body, and whey protein actually absorbs up to 3.5 times better than most other proteins. Another reason why whey protein, in our opinion, is a superior choice. It also, and this is a really helpful one, I think a lot of people who have experienced our protein and our programs have experienced this firsthand, but whey protein actually suppresses your hunger hormone for up to 4 hours. So it really helps with things like cravings. It helps just keep you actually full so that you're not going to lead to, crazy snacking and things like that. And whey protein, actually, loads of studies have showed this. Whey protein actually increases your daily calorie burn. So in one placebo-controlled study, whey protein versus the placebo, the participants who actually consumed the whey proteins lost nearly 4 times the amount of fat than the placebo-controlled group. So there's lots of great science there supporting it. But one thing that we do really stress, despite all these benefits that come with whey protein, it really, really is important that if you are buying a whey protein, you are focusing on quality. Not all whey protein powders are created equally. And this is actually why Metabolic Living has come up with their own whey protein, which is called our Metabolic Super Protein. I don't know if you've tried it or not, but it's fabulous. Honestly, before I joined this company, I tried a ton of different protein powders. And when I found out about Metabolic Super Protein and ordered it and tried it, I was completely blown away. And I think that's for three key reasons. First is the quality. Second is the taste and like the texture and stuff, amazing. And then the third one, it's not just plain protein powder, and I'm going to go into that in a little bit. So first of all, the quality. If you are looking for a whey protein, it is crucial, in my opinion, that you are getting a whey protein from grass-fed cows. Even better if you can get a whey protein from grass-fed cows that are not in the US. Specifically, places like Australia and New Zealand have really, really high standards when it comes to dairy. And the Metabolic Super Protein is entirely sourced from cows in southern Australia. They are pasture raised, so they literally just picture a field, they just munch and chew the grass, no horrible conditions or anything like that. And in my opinion, healthy cows lead to healthy dairy products. Healthy cows lead to healthy whey protein. Also, there's just no artificial ingredients in there. There's no weird sweeteners, flavors, colors, fillers, all the weird things that people add into protein to make it shelf stable and also sometimes taste great. But our formula doesn't need those things to taste fabulous and last a long time. It's also low carb, which is really important. It's got 15 grams of protein per scoop, and it's got 0 added sugars, as I mentioned, and actually only 1 gram of carbs, which come naturally from the protein. Every single batch, this is so important to me because there is some research out there on heavy metals and protein powder. You may have heard about that. You may be a little skeptical. Every single batch of Metabolic Super Protein is tested for heavy metals, as well as yeast, bacteria, and mold. So really, really high quality, as I mentioned, one of my favorite parts about Metabolic Super Protein. Another thing is the taste. That's my second favorite part about the protein. You may have had some protein powders and been like, okay, these are disgusting. A lot of them clump. They have that chalky texture that make them really difficult to get down. The Metabolic Super Protein does not have that at all. It's very smooth. In fact, you can actually just add it to water and just shake it in a shaker bottle and it will be like a milkshake. It's delicious. As I mentioned, it's really, really yummy. It's sweet, but it doesn't have that added sugar. And as I said, it tastes that good that you can even just add it to water and it does taste like a milkshake. It also, and this is something that I've learned and had really fun playing around with, it tastes and works really, really well in baked goods. A lot of protein powders, when you put them into baked goods, don't work or they just don't taste quite right. The Metabolic Super Protein can be used in cookies, cakes, obviously shakes and smoothies, protein balls, oatmeal, honestly, a huge variety of things. And I actually use it in recipes to replace sugar and you get added protein. So it's wonderful. And then the third big reason why I think Metabolic Super Protein is so fabulous is that it's not just protein powder. And in my opinion, that's a huge money saver. So you may have heard of collagen peptides. They're really hot on the topic. Everyone loves to talk about collagen, buy collagen. As you probably know, it has a ton of amazing health benefits, everything from gut healing to promoting like younger looking skin, stronger hair and nails, things like that. A lot of people are supplementing with collagen, a separate powder. But with the Metabolic Super Protein, it's actually already built in. So all you have to do is grab a scoop of MSP and you're going to get both the whey protein and the collagen peptides in there in one scoop, which is fabulous. And that's not all it actually contains. It also contains a mobility blend. So this is going to support and enhance your joints and your range of motion, just really optimizing your workout and providing you with additional support. It also contains an electrolyte blend, which again is really, really great after a workout. It's going to help help you perform your best during and after your workout. And then this is probably my favorite part, is it actually contains a digestive enzyme blend. This is going to help your body break down the protein and use it more. So that's really important, especially if you are spending money on a protein powder. You definitely want to make sure that you are actually absorbing it rather than just ingesting it. So also what's great about the digestive enzyme blend is some people who are sensitive to dairy or whey are skeptical to try protein powders. They think it's going to give them digestive problems. But personally, I am one of those people who's sensitive to whey, but I can easily take the MSP with absolutely no side effects or issues. So I definitely recommend that as long as you don't have a severe allergy or anything, and if it's just a slight sensitivity, you may find that actually the Metabolic Super Protein is a whey protein that you can actually have without the unpleasant side effects. So I did want to not just talk about our whey protein, because I know that some of you are vegan, or you are strictly dairy free. Maybe you have an allergy, and that's totally okay. I don't want you to think that you can't ever have protein powder and you can't have all of these amazing benefits. So you can. So here at Metabolic Living, we do recommend that if you can't do a whey protein, you opt for something like a pea protein or a hemp protein. Those are kind of our two superior plant-based proteins that we recommend. We do just recommend that when you are looking for a plant-based protein, you kind of look for the following things. So on the back, on the label, please read the label. You should be making sure that there are no added sugars, no added flavors, and no added fillers. Just like with the MSP, you want to avoid any of those funky ingredients that they kind of slip in there. So make sure that there's no weirdness. You should be able to pronounce everything. Carbohydrates too should be as low as possible, preferably 6 grams or less. And the plant-based proteins may have a little bit more carbohydrate, but also some added fiber. So just have a look there and assess. And if you have any questions, you can just reach out, especially if you're in MMC. We can definitely help you find the best one there. And then also watch out for the calories. One thing that I actually learned through some of our customers is that some protein powders on the market are actually more meal replacements. And so in a scoop or two, they're actually 250, 300 calories. That's not entirely what we're looking for here. When you are looking for a plant-based protein powder, or really any protein powder, I definitely recommend looking for one that's about, I would say, under 100 to 150 calories per scoop. You can always add things into your smoothie or your shake to increase the calories if you are using it as a meal replacement. But a lot of these kind of pre-processed meal replacement options have a ton of sugars, all sorts of strange ingredients and fillers, again, to kind of keep those calories higher. So just be cautious of that when you are looking for a protein powder. Also, as always, if you can find organic, that is wonderful. We do want to try and buy organic whenever possible if we can. But that's kind of the main scoop on it. As always, and you've heard me say it again and again, and I'll continue to say it, it's really about finding what works for you. If you can tolerate whey, brilliant, go ahead. If not, you can definitely choose a high quality plant-based option. Either way, just try and ensure that you're getting your daily protein in. As I mentioned right at the beginning of this live, it is so important. And of course, maybe you're someone who can get it through food, and that's great too. Again, it's about finding what works for you and your family. So probably the next question is, if you are interested in Metabolic Super Protein, how can you get your hands on some? Well, I will say, watch this space for how you can order some protein powder online. Hopefully we'll have some more information on that for you in the next few weeks. But in the meantime, you can call this number, and I'm going to read it out so I don't get it wrong. And you can just quite simply hop on the phone and chat to our fabulous team, and they will get you set up right away to order some. We do have vanilla and we do have chocolate. Both wonderful flavors. I would definitely get one of each to see which one you like best. But the number to call is 800-315-8556. So hopefully we can post that also in the little text part at the bottom, so you guys have all the information you need. But I hope that was helpful. I hope that I answered some of your questions. If you have any further questions about whey protein, plant-based protein, or anything really protein related, just feel free to reach out. I'd be more than happy to help and answer any questions that you guys have. So thanks so much for hanging out today. I can see that a few of you are on here, especially on YouTube. So have a fabulous day, guys, and we will chat soon. Bye.